Hello and welcome. If this reading found you, it is definitely for you because look, I haven't done a reading on MissYouTube.com since our Lord and Savior, the terrifying, the terrible year of 2020. So, if this popped up in your feed, there is something for you here. All right? My name is Void. I am excited to pop back on YouTube. It just felt like it was time. So welcome. Thank you for being here. All right, when I was shuffling earlier in the meditation, I kept hearing "It's Not Over." And it came through as a song. I don't exactly know the song. It's like, it's not over. It's not over. Is that a song? I don't know. But this is essentially a reading about unfinished business. And surprise, surprise, guess what starts today? Pluto retrograde. So, if you want to dig into the astrology component, look at where Aquarius is in your chart, what house, and also think back. I have it written down. Think back between May 4th and October 13th last year. Okay? What came up for review during that time that was deeply triggering? Like something came up from the depths that you did not expect. And the results of that underworld travel into the depths was deeply life-changing and transformative. But the effects of it didn't come until later. So basically November 2025 until now, something developed in that time that was the result of the descent into the underworld that was May through October last year. So we went into the underworld May through October last year, came out of it November until now. Something developed, something happened that was deeply life-changing and transformative. And now we're going back into the underworld. And obviously this is both individual and collective, right? Because look at everything that was going on last year, like especially everyone was like, give me the files, give me the files. Then the finals were, eventually released, but not until Pluto station direct. So that's how it works. During a Pluto retrograde, we go into the depths. It's the descent into the underworld to drag something out of the mystery of life, our subconscious, whether collective or individual. You see what I'm saying? So we are going back into the underworld until, again, October of this year. It's really crazy too, like how it's a direct reflection. So whatever you were going through last year between May and October, we're going back in May to October this year. It's not over. We have to go back. There's something we maybe left behind. Unfinished business. Also, right now we have a Mercury square to Pluto. So I know for me, it's triggering up a lot of dreams, my own unfinished business, things that were not said, conversations that were not had. And some of us will be deciding to simply drop it, to let it die, to let it go. And if that's what we need, that's okay. But for some of us, we will be returning to somewhere, someone, something, because there's a piece that we missed that we need to take with us, right? So unlike that last retrograde, though, we're not going to dip back into Capricorn. We are fully in Pluto and Aquarius now for the next, 18 years. So, yeah, wherever Aquarius is in your chart is where you're going in, descending, okay? But let's get into the cards and see what wants to come up. So we know something's not over. We know that there's some unfinished business. What else does this collective need to know? I'm hearing someone say, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. So there could have been a lot of confusion. Maybe some of you made a decision or took an action that was coming from a place of not desperation, but like necessity, but it felt, no, not necessity, what's the word? Yeah, I'm getting all like disoriented now, like having trouble finding my words. This is the energy that you were in. You had to make a decision because things were becoming really destabilized, really chaotic. Some of you just needed to like plant your feet firmly in the earth in whichever way that means for you. You just needed something to ground you, so you made a decision. But like maybe there's something you missed because it just had to happen fast. You know, and that is the energy right now. It's quick, it's fast, it's, you know, we're in the fire air dominant phase, and Uranus just went into Gemini, so hello, chaos ensuing. Also, like, I want to say, like, the it's not over bit, I think applies to the collective as well. I think a lot of people are just becoming really fatigued and like nearing a place of almost complacency or apathy because there's just so much chaos and disorder in the world and pain and suffering. And it's like, some of us are feeling like just giving up. Like, what can I even do? But it's not over. It's not over for us. We're going to figure it out. It's just like the way that energy is moving is fast and it's hard to adapt to, but we are adapting. All right. So this is the 4 of air. Yeah, 4. Otherwise known as the 4 of swords. So yeah, we've been in a recalibration phase. There's something we had to detach from. You may have had to quickly make a decision just so that you could be in a space to recalibrate. So like I said, there was the descent and it brought out a lot of chaos. Then there were results after that decision. There was some sort of development, and now we're in this like recalibration phase. So this retrograde this time may not be as, the results may not be as drastic, because it's almost coming through as like just going within ourselves to kind of like clean up some clutter that was left behind in the process of all that happened before, you know? So we're in this healing phase and it takes time, okay? Especially if there's grief involved, it takes time. You can't rush this process. There are different parts of yourself, of ourselves, that are recalibrating, reconnecting. This is about integration. And when we talk about alignment, manifestation, law of attraction, and all that, it is really about, like, alignment is about integration, right? Alignment is not about certainty either. The spiritual path of alignment and integration with all of the parts of ourselves that I see reflected in this card, it is not going to give you certainty. There's an aspect to the healing journey. The major lesson is actually to surrender more and relinquish more control and be okay with uncertainty. Because so much of our human existence coming from ego is about control. And we've actually been caught in the cycle of slavery and oppression for centuries that has taught us that it's all about power and control. Now, there's a difference between power and empowerment and control, right? Being in our power, standing firm in our power and self-empowerment is about staying true to ourselves, our authenticity, our values, our boundaries, but with spirit, being able to surrender and relinquish control. That is the state we're in now. So we're in a recalibration phase, and we're going to be brought back down here into the depths, into our sacral chakra. There's something many of us are meant to create, meant to do. And at where we stand right now, it's like, I don't even know how. I don't even know what to do. And that's the point. Don't know. Just let yourself not know. Let yourself heal, recalibrate, adjust. This is like also a nervous system attunement. An energetic update is occurring, okay? A lot has happened. You need time to adjust. Your system, your energy body, it all needs time to adjust because you're elevating, you're evolving, you're ascending. And every part of you is affected by this, including your body. You know, people talk about ascension symptoms. That shit is real because when the nervous system adapts or evolves or changes, something in the system changes, everything else has to catch up, right? I'm hearing bombarded by energy. So some of us may have been in a position where we were bombarded by energy. Our energy body was completely overloaded and we simply need time to I'm hearing off gas, like when you get a new mattress or something, you're supposed to off gas it, just leave it out in the open so the bad chemicals can air out before you lay on it, which is really messed up, but that's besides the point. We need this processing time. And we don't know how long it's going to last, but the point is to deeply, deeply surrender and trust that the integration is occurring, that the next steps will arrive when we need them. We will know what we need to know when we need to know it. We will have what we need to have when we need to have it. Okay? Feel free to use those mantras. I have what I need to have when I need to have it. I know what I need to know when I need to know it. Period. Okay, what else? Healing bubble. Some of you may do really well with sound healing stuff. Singing bowls. King of Earth. You can have it all. You have it all. You can rest here. You can rest now. There is abundance coming in. There is support coming in. You are being met. You have updated your self-worth and are now being met there. There's something coming in that is looking so lush, so abundant, so nurturing and fulfilling. This may be a person that's coming in to take care of you. This may be a job that's extremely supportive. This may just be a general feeling of oh, I'm safe. I'm okay. I have what I need. I'm all right now. Maybe this is just even the elevation to your system because you're in this place where you can off gas, offset all of the energy you've been accumulating in that last chaotic cycle. And now you're able to just kind of plant yourself. I feel that grounding energy, that softness, that care. Okay, what else wants to come through? Yeah, that energy was so calming. I'm ooh, I need to take a nap. What else is coming? Your greatest supporter. I just heard that. Your greatest supporter. Ooh. Wow. So when this period of time, this healing bubble, you are being supported in this space to heal. When this time is over, there's going to be a choice. We also have the choice every day of how we want to perceive things. And I'm hearing too, like, you have the choice to not go back. You have the choice to not go back into the underworld. You have the choice to plow forward, but you may miss something. If you force things, if you try to control things, you're going to miss the bigger opportunities, is what I'm hearing. You have yet to meet your greatest supporter. That's for some people. For other people, there is someone around you who is already supporting you deeply and allowing you to do this. But I think the support is also coming in a different way. It's relating to this choice. I don't know if some of you are meant for more like public roles, but it's like you are going to be supported by the public in this choice, whatever that means. That's really weird. Like whatever you're doing or however you're putting yourself out there, it's supported, it's validated, you're being met because you have done the work to see your self-worth, like I said. That message is making me think of the reading I just did for my Patreon for the month of May. So if you're interested, that could even be like an extended reading for this. It's just like go to the Patreon and watch the May collective reading. And my Patreon's only $2 a month. So, you know, if you do want to join the actual Patreon, I do weekly astro forecasts and go over all the transits, and I do a monthly collective tarot reading. So, but yeah, let's look into this choice. Very interesting. Yeah, it's interesting too because, you know, obviously this is the 0 card. So in the traditional deck, this would be the Fool. So there's a new opening, a new opportunity that you likely don't even see coming. I feel like some of you just, like I said, you had to make a quick decision. And it was led by spirit. It was. And you don't know how long this phase is going to last. It's almost like this was a leap of faith to make this decision. And then it's like, okay, what's going to come out of this? I don't know. And you don't know how long you're going to be in this state of kind of suspension, but it's not a hanged man energy. It's like, yeah, it's that 4 of Swords energy. So whatever just happened could have been really fucking heartbreaking or really, and it takes time. The Lovers. Choice. The Lovers obviously talks about alignment, integration, and equal and opposite match. But it also talks about choice, right? Ooh, the energy that's coming through with that. Oh my God. I'm hearing for some of you, can you love again? So maybe for some of you, literally it was a breakup that was like earth-shattering and okay, the world wanted to pop out. It didn't all the way, so I'm not going to take it. But yeah, something ended with a relationship. Could have been something else too, but is this supposed to be reversed? Yes or no? No. 10 of Cups. This energy is so interesting. I'm like being flooded. And it's weird because at first it was like so light and exciting, and now it's like I'm feeling like triggered. So I don't know if some of you were in a phase of like, I'm not doing that love stuff anymore, or like, I'm not open to that, or I don't want another relationship. I don't know what it was, but there's a choice coming in for you to take an opportunity. Justice. Libra energy. I just saw 4 of Wands. Okay, one more card. Damn. This is big, whatever this is. We got 3 major arcana and then the 10 of Cups qualifying it. This is a big shift. Yeah, I just like got hit really hard with like grief. There's so many emotions here. There's like excitement and openness and grief. It's time to let something go and let something else come in. And this does not have to be about relationship for you. It really does not. I see you weighing things out. I see you. The Wheel of Fortune fell out right on top of the Lovers. I'm telling you that like you haven't met your greatest supporter yet, or there's something coming in. This is life-changing. If you take this opportunity, it changes your life. But it's a choice. You can pass this up. That's why you need this healing time. You need this retrograde time to go back into the underworld. But I feel like with the King of Earth here, this is about what you really want, what you really need, what you really deserve. You're still in the process of figuring that out, and that's okay. You know, it's like there may even have been like a loss of identity here. Something happened last year that just shook you to your core. And it's like you're stepping into a whole new reality after this retrograde, or even through it. But it's like led by mystery. Like you're not going to know everything, and that has to be okay. And when things reveal themselves, when options, choices, things come up in your path, use your discernment and like weigh it out. But like ultimately there is something coming in here that could change your life. And a part of it is you sharing yourself with the world. So I am hearing that like for some of you, you are meant to do something more public, or you're just meant to connect with others in some way in your community, in your friend groups, in your workplace, whatever it is. Yeah, this is like, it's interesting too, because it's like we have the Scales, we have the Temperance with the 2 cups, we have the Lovers. So it's like there's some sort of alchemy that takes place when you meet this thing, and it totally transforms your grief into joy. And like where there was loss, you are being replenished. And the Wheel of Fortune too also necessitates a choice. Because you can choose to stay in the old karmic cycle, or you can choose to move forward. And the choice is to allow this thing to come in that is an equal opposite match to you, that will support you in your growth, evolution, and progress. Page of Wands. Yeah, go it. Oh, hello. Okay. Yeah. The Page of Wands, the Hermit, the Five of Cups. Yeah, this is that other energy I was feeling. We're moving on from this recovery period. We're still kind of in the recovery, but there is going to be quick movement forward. There's a new adventure, a new journey. We're not going to be stuck in this forever. So this is about someone who is coming out of a hermit mode. Someone who's coming out of a hermit mode, out of a healing phase, out of grief, loss, disappointment. It's not over. Your life's not over. Whatever you felt like was, you know, just there's nothing left for me, or whatever this feeling is, just know that there is more. There is another adventure. And for some of you, I'm hearing you are better off alone right now. But can we shift the perspective here away from this, like, oh, I'm alone, it's sad, it's dark, it's lonely, to this. While I'm alone, I can go anywhere, I can do anything. Healing and closure in a relationship, I'm hearing. That doesn't necessarily mean it like returns though. Some of you may just need to, you know, get that closure with someone in order to move on, but you can also give that closure to yourself and make the choice to move on and walk away. Right? Anything else? Anything else this collective needs to know? Yeah, just know that you are recovering. You are in a recovery phase. This Pluto retrograde is going to be deeply healing for you and also revealing of your next steps. And your job right now is to surrender and trust. Yeah, and don't work too hard. Okay, there may be some people around you that are pressuring you to do a certain thing. You don't have to listen to them. Your path is going to look unconventional at this point. How things move forward, how they continue is going to be unconventional. Like, you are not someone who's following the traditional path of just like work, marriage, house. It's like there's something here about you being very connected to the fool's journey, the hero's journey, right? And so there are many trials and tribulations on the way, but they always send you towards your next adventure. So you may be someone who starts over a lot, who changes a lot. And after every major chapter, like, you need this decompression, integration time to integrate the lessons and wisdom. Yeah, you're in this phase where like the battles are over and you're still a little wounded. You need to heal. You need to recalibrate. You need to slow down. Be okay with slowing down. Be okay with it. Don't fill up every space of your life right now. Is this supposed to be in reverse? Yes or no? Seven of Pentacles and Two of Cups. That's what I'm saying. There's something that's going to break you out of this. There's some sort of alignment, opportunity. It really does seem like this is being triggered up by someone else. I mean, it can be just like self-integration, a part of yourself coming forward, but I mean, let's be real here. We have the Lovers, we have Justice, we have Two of Cups. Like you're over here healing, minding your own business, and then someone offers you something. I mean, it doesn't have to be romance, but I do feel like someone with this King of Earth, again, someone is offering you something. And it's extremely supportive to your path, your growth, your development, and you have the choice whether or not to take it. So you're going to need to go within, right? All right, let's get some oracle. Go within and use discernment. I just saw balance, practicality, and spirituality. You know, do what you need to do. Maintain some sort of healthy, with the Seven of Pentacles, I'm hearing like, maintain some sort of healthy, stabilizing routine. The Seven of Pentacles isn't coming through today as anything bad. I know the guy in here can look quite bored and like tired, so sometimes this card gets a bad rep. But I do just feel like this is about you maintaining your health on the day-to-day, like maintaining some sort of healthy routine. So kind of just living more simply right now as you heal, because things are going to quickly change. And if you don't take this time to rest, you're going to maybe regret it, because once things change, they really change, you know? Actually, I have one more question. Let's just see if we can see, what is this change or this choice? People creeping past my house. Three of Swords fell on the floor. Yeah. And then we have the Moon and the Queen of Swords. A big part of this is choosing to move through the grief, the emotions. But this fell on the floor, and sometimes when cards fall on the floor, it's something you don't see coming. I feel like this is an opportunity, because if you add the Queen's Sword to the Three of Swords, it's the Four of Swords. So this is about, ooh, I heard not revealing. What you don't see coming is an opportunity to open your heart. It's a heart opening after maybe a lot of heartbreaking. And there's something to this about needing to go through this in order to achieve your dreams. You're being divinely guided through this part of your life to uncover more of what is heart resonant for you, what is aligned with your dreams. This is deeply spiritual. With this Moon card, getting really attuned to the cycles of life, to the phases of life, knowing that you are in a phase of rest, healing, and recuperation, and that will end. You are not stuck here. And sometimes it's scary, because it's like, yeah, I can't see what's ahead. There's some fear there, but there's also a knowing that the sun comes out the next day, understanding that the moon is only visible because of the cycle, the rotation of the earth. This is all in divine order. Okay, let's see if there's any last messages, and then I'll do oracle cards. Is there anything else you want to tell us about this? Yeah, there's something, I just feel like there's something someone doesn't want to look at. You have to look at this. It's a bit confronting. I mean, yeah. And then Four of Swords. So that's where the tarot cards end, when we get the card we started with in another deck. It's usually how it works for me. I'm like, well, reading's done. Besides Oracle card. I mean, I'm done with the tarot cards because I got what I started with. Yeah. You are being directed to rest and to deeply trust the process. Okay? You won't know your next step until you know it. And you gotta find a way to be okay with that. Oh, this really wants to come out. Your hard work is paying off. New moon in Capricorn. Yeah, that's that Nine of Wands energy. Trust that all of the work you've done is going to pay off. Yeah, I'm feeling like that panic, that fear of like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do next. I understand. It's really hard sometimes to trust the process and to stay open despite past hurts, and to do the inner work and trust that it's gonna be worth it and all that. I mean, this spiritual journey, the Fool's journey, is not for the faint of heart. It's just not. Not everyone does this. Not everyone is on a spiritual path, okay? Because it is hard. New moon in Cancer. You and your loved ones are safe. Interesting. So we got two new moons, and it's the Capricorn-Cancer axis. Very interesting. So some of you may be Cancers or Capricorns, or have like important prominent placements in those signs, or have some sort of aspect between Capricorn and Cancer. You are becoming the truest version of you. You are manifesting your true form, and you need to know that you're safe right now, that you are heading somewhere. There's direction, there is momentum, especially if you have a lot of Capricorn energy. This can feel so uncomfortable to like surrender and rest. Like, what do you mean? I don't have to, work hard or like do all the things or just jump right into another thing. Like, I'm trying to climb this mountain. Whereas Cancer is very in tune with the rhythms, right? It's the moon card. A lot of people say this is Pisces, but Cancer is ruled by the moon, okay? So to me, this is Cancer. I don't care. Yeah, the energy of Neptune is in here, the delirium, the elusiveness. It's very Neptune, very Pisces, but this is the moon. It belongs to Cancer. I stand by that. Anyway, also, we have the Wheel of Fortune here, so there could be something here about Jupiter and Cancer, which we have right now, I think through July, and there's going to be a Venus-Jupiter conjunction at some point within like the next month, I believe. So if you have Jupiter and Cancer, or any aspects to Jupiter and Cancer, like transiting Jupiter and Cancer, then this is a really pivotal time for you, because it is forcing growth, it is forcing evolution, and it's coming through in a way you can't directly see. There's growth in stillness right now. Okay? And you just have to trust that it's happening and that you're safe. Like, I'm getting like financial fears, especially because we had King of Earth pop up. So like, Spirit really wants you to know that you're taken care of. You don't have to overwork yourself right now. I know gas prices are high. I know food is expensive. Okay? But Spirit will always provide for you. When you need the money, you'll have it. It's so hard, but you have to trust. You have to know that you're safe to be in the place you're in right now, because you need to recover in order to grow, in order to take the next big step. And the next step is huge. Okay? You're entering a whole new timeline, Diva. I don't know what to tell you. Entering a whole ass timeline. Card 0. We're at the start again of the Fool's journey. We have just remember, the World almost came out, and it didn't, but it showed itself to me. The World's the final card. The Fool, the 0 card, is the first card. We are in the transitionary space in between the World and the Fool. Okay? This is the transitionary space between like the 12th and the first house, right? The dissolving, the dissolution, the disintegration, becoming something new, reincarnated. We are going to reincarnate. Like, we're in the decomposition phase. Okay? we are off gassing. The last cycle, the last timeline, like that took, I don't want to say took everything out of us, but it's like, damn. It was a lot. All right, let's get some Oracle. This is the I Spy Oracle deck created by Delilah Miskey at Adapt Tarot Studios. Brilliant artist. So cool. I have one of her tarot decks as well. That was chaotic as fuck. Okay. Well, what's being shown to me is the Ancients and Crossroads. I'm not going to take them out because everything flew out, but I just think there's a crossroads spirit around you. There is an ancestor who is witnessing you at the crossroads and is guiding you and encouraging you forward. So a part of this is whatever you've been doing or will do, this is a part of breaking ancestral patterns as well. So not only are you on the Fool's journey, you're on the ancestral healing journey. Wow, how fun for you. Ooh, we have Aries. Yeah, this is about self-empowerment. We did talk about that. And we do have Saturn, Neptune, and Aries right now, which are squaring Capricorn and Cancer. So there's something about the cardinal signs, the cardinal directions of life. We also have Justice, Libra. So we do have all of the cardinal signs present here. So a lot of you are initiators or leaders, and you're in, you are recovering like your self-empowerment, your power right now to step into more of a leadership role, step into more of a public role, a more like in a position of power in your own life and maybe within a group setting. But yeah, Saturn, Neptune, and Aries is kind of pushing us all to do that. But look at where Aries is in your chart as well. Some of you may be cardinal risings. So that means that all of your, your 4 directions are cardinal. So this is going to be affecting you directly. We have airflow. Oh, I love this card. Look at that. We got butterflies. We got a Pegasus. Yeah. The magic and mystery of life is carrying you right now. Trust in the direction. So it's so interesting because like we're being told to rest, right? But then we have Aries, which is all about action and taking control. So the airflow is the rhythm, like we were talking about with Cancer. There's something here about like when the thing comes up. Yeah, this came out in the Patreon reading too. So some of you should definitely check that out, the May Collective Tarot reading. It's like you're in this recuperation, and then when the choices come up, when the things come up, take action. Like don't I don't want to say don't hesitate, because obviously like use discernment. Don't just like be impulsive about everything all the time, but like you'll know, like you're like spirit is guiding you towards certain things to take action on. And the point is to not control everything, not force everything. So for example, if you just left a job and you're like, how am I going to afford gas and food and whatever? And you're like, I don't know what to do. Don't just go get any job right now, because you could miss out on the thing that is meant for you. And I feel like there are ancestors around you right now that are like trying to help you, like trying to help bring some stuff in, and you're at a crossroads and they're like, oh, please don't just like jump ship. Please don't do anything you're going to regret, you know? So let the flow carry you, like trust the flow right now. Okay. You're being guided to exactly where you need to be and the exact choices and decisions you need to make. And then you will empower yourself to choose to say yes, to open your heart and to choose to say yes and go on the next journey, starting with the Fool, starting over all again. So some of you may feel like you are starting over. Some of you are in a phase of starting over. And it doesn't matter what age you're in, like you can always start over. That's the thing about life, is there's no shame in starting over. That's what the Fool's journey is. It's around and around and around. And you can do that every lifetime. right? And you can also do that within a lifetime. There's no rules. Okay. Anything else from this deck? No, we're going to move on. Okay, let's get a divine nature card or cards. This deck is so beautiful. I love, like, it's shiny and it's like got this like engraved feeling. Ooh, we got 2 cards. Oh, I love this. You know, fireflies kept showing itself to me in the I Spy deck, but it didn't come out. But we have like airflow and all these flying creatures. So that's very firefly energy already. And now look at this. More wings. Encourage effortlessness. And then look at this. Listen to your muse. Trying to get it to focus. Sorry. Yeah, these cards are so beautiful. And like, look at the colors. They're so similar. So there's something here about wings, like freedom of expression, finding that it's becoming more effortless to just express yourself authentically. And like, yeah, this is like spread your wings and fly. But again, with airflow and listen to your muse, you are being guided by spirit. And this is making me think of the Page of Wands too. That's what it looks like. Right? Like, I'm hearing following the beat of your own drum, but also following the guidance. You are being guided by spirit that is coming through your heart. So if some of you don't know what this feels like, when you're being guided to something and it's in resonance, you're going to feel an expansion in your chest and you're going to feel energy coming through the heart space. And if it's a no, or if it's something your body is rejecting or whatever, for whatever reason it's a no, you're going to feel a pushing back and more of like a tightening in the stomach. Okay? So listen to where your heart is leading. Make decisions from that space of what feels open for you. And also how you're aligning to shit right now, it's effortless. You know that it's in alignment if it's effortless. Okay? If you're having to try to control, if there's any resistance like that, then it's not meant for you. You are forcing things. It should be effortless, okay? I'm gonna see if the book has anything interesting to say about these. Okay, 20, encourage effortlessness. We weren't raised to work with the ebb and flow of energies. We were raised to determine a course of action, have goals, and stick to it. The message has been, if it's challenging, uphill, exhausting, or overwhelming, keep going. Suffer the hardship because it makes the reward so much sweeter. This has led us to go against our own divine nature, punishing ourselves with struggles that feel uphill and suffocating. But the way of source is to work with the flow. What? Love this. Wow. Now is the time to turn off the should in your mind. Turn your energies downhill. Let go of the idea that your dream or decision requires you to toil. Yes, you are in for hard work and commitment, but no, you don't get extra points for suffering. It's your time to relax. See? Call on your invisible allies. Let source and its flow be your partners in this achievement. Wow. I love how oracle cards always summarize my readings at the end. I'm like, this is why I do this. It's so cool. Okay, 10, listen to your muse. Your muse speaks to you in possibilities, and so often we shut her voice out in the name of being realistic. Here we go again. Someone here's a Capricorn because, yeah. Yet without following her directives, we never know the full embodiment of our potential. Right now, your muse is asking you to listen. Let her whispers, chants, and shouts stir your deepest creativity. Your path is being revealed one step at a time. As you become willing to follow her prompts, your path is being revealed one step at a time as you become willing to follow her prompts. If you if you allow her, she will grow your creative vision through the messages of the heart. As Antoine de Saint-Exupéry said, it is only with the heart that one can see rightly. What is essential is invisible to the eye. The invisible, that's the moon. There's something coming up from the invisible realm. Listen to it when it comes up. It's coming from spirit. Okay, and finally, we'll pull an Oracle of Ascendance of just like what energy would be supportive to us at this time. Sacral chakra, what did I say? Yeah, there's definitely something about creativity here. And look, this orange that's in these cards, it's very sacral, right? So it's like we may be processing a lot of emotions, but when we open up our sacral and heart chakra simultaneously, we're not only able to cleanse our system of really dense energies, but we open up more to divine creative life force energy, right? Hexagram. So you may want to do some sacral chakra, like breath work, meditation, sacral chakra sound bowl stuff. Oh, wow. Someone here is a Capricorn. I swear to God. Someone here is a Capricorn. Listen, if you're a Capricorn or you have strong Capricorn placements, you don't have to suffer anymore, please. It can be fun. Remember, you're a goat. You're a magical sea goat, and goats be having fun, honey. They be playing most of the time. Goats are silly billies, right? So let's get silly. And then we also have root chakra. So yeah, we're going deeper into our lower chakras during this retrograde to bring something back up to the upper chakras, this is the process of manifestation. There needs to be a flow there. I want to read hexagram. So if you don't know, root chakra is the base chakra. I actually opened up to the chakras, so maybe we'll talk about that very briefly. I feel like a lot of people know the chakras, but maybe you don't. Root chakra is kind of the more primal instinct. It's groundedness and earth. It is also the center of manifestation. It vibrates to the colors red, brown, and black. When this card appears, you are asked to meditate upon the energies of this chakra in order to heal and bring grounded resolve to your current situation. Do you feel a lot of anxiety, fear, frustration, and insecurity? If so, this chakra is likely out of balance and in need of realignment. So rebalance the root chakra. Sacral chakra is the second chakra right above the root. So literally at the sacrum level of the body. It has a lot to do with creativity and self-worth, also sexuality, sensation, and emotion. The color orange. Examine how you emotionally communicate, both with yourself and others. Are you effectively communicating your creative thoughts, ideas, and expressions in an understandable, loving, and healthy way? If not, this chakra may be out of balance. So yeah, you're meant to dig into more of the creativity and have fun playing with creativity right now is what I'm feeling. And start to express yourself more from that space of self-worth and self-love. So the hexagram, also called the Star of David or the Star of Solomon, is well known in the Jewish and Hebrew religions. This star in legend was a cardinal symbol of King Solomon, delivered to him by the Archangel Raphael as the seal of a ring used to bind demons. And we did get crossroads, and sometimes crossroad spirits are crossroad demons. Not that there's demons around you, but I think with crossroad demon energy, it's more of the temptation to go down a path that maybe is karmic, right? Or you can choose to go the other way on the crossroads, which may be a more new, uncomfortable territory, but it's the path of growth and also the path of least resistance. There's going to be much more resistance and a need to control on the old karmic timeline, okay? Okay. Hexagon is also used to summon spirits. The star is composed of 2 equilateral triangles, symbolizing a double trinity and a reflection of the divine made manifest earth. The hexagram also represents the 7 great lords of astrology, so the alchemical planets, Sun, Moon, Mercury, Venus, Jupiter, Saturn, Mars. Each component of its divided parts contains a numerological and metaphysical essence. When the hexagram card appears in your reading, you are being asked to shield yourself against the negative energies that are currently surrounding you. Use the power of the hexagram as a shield of light to protect yourself, invoke positivity, and banish negativity. So I feel like this is just about, like, you are moving through a lot of emotions right now. And don't let yourself get tempted to stay in the fear, in a scarcity zone of, like, you know, what am I going to do? How am I going to eat? How am I going to buy gas? Like what I was talking about with Capricorn here and root chakra and that hexagram energy. It seems like some people here have scarcity fears. And that's something you're going to confront more deeply during this Pluto retrograde. That may have been a part of what you went through last year during the Pluto retrograde, something about self-worth, tied to like value and capitalism, how much money you make, something like that. But you're being asked to let go. And it's okay to feel the fear and do it anyway. That's actually how you heal and move. So it's not about avoiding the fear. It's not about avoiding the feeling. It's about feeling to heal, right? And becoming more comfortable and holding space for those negative energies, but not sitting in them chronically. And it's sometimes helpful to like talk to these voices or these feelings of being like, I know you're scared. It is scary out there. Everything's expensive, blah, 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 but we're okay. We got this. We are safe and protected. We'll have what we need when we need to have it, all those things. So it's like, feel it, heal it, talk to it, nurture it. These parts of us that are scared, they need support, right? Like talk to these parts of you like you would a child, because that's likely where it's coming from, is the wounded inner child, right? And we want to be nice to that part. It's just scared. All right, so I'm going to leave it there, but thank you and welcome to my channel. I'm going to be doing this more regularly, so see you.